little prayer. Coffee conversations, steam rising in the air. Words like whispers, drifting on a breeze. Thank you to my angels who bring me to my knees. To all my angels, I'm raising my cup. For every time you caught me when I almost gave up. To all my angels, you're my sunlight above. This is my thank you. My thank you with love. The world keeps spinning, but you hold me still. Through storms and shadows, you're my steady will. Your laughter's my anthem, your touch my refrain. Thank you to my angels for dancing through my rain. Haloed in kindness, your glow never fades. Through the dark of the night, you've lit my way. Angels in disguise, or maybe not at all. You're the ones who answer when my spirit calls. To all my angels, I'm raising my cup. For every time you caught me when I almost gave up. To all my angels, you're my sunlight above. This is my thank you. My thank you with love. Charlie sending love through the morning light. Coffee's growing cold, but your warmth feels right. To all my angels, near and far away, thank you forever. That's all I can say.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, my crazy brat, my classic colt. To everybody coming in, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the bushes, because I know you could be anywhere you wanted to be today, but you decided to be here with me. So I want to thank you for that. For everybody who hit that like button, that share. What up, BZ? How you doing? I'm taking my medication. This is y'all's med check reminder for this glorious topic Tuesday. Take your medications and don't be like me and forget your shit because you ADHD. Okay. All right. I took my medicine. I'm good to go now. I took my medicine and all that good, lovely stuff. Um, yeah, I got my Zill Sound microphone. I was using it the other day. It sounds real good when I sing. So next time that G2K decides to do a singing stream, I might use it for my singing and use my regular headphones just for talking because it sounds good talking. You know what I mean? It's pretty, pretty good, and all that good, lovely stuff. But yeah, went over there and me and the thing is, that's his channel name. If y'all don't know, we're gonna be doing shows that is related to mental health topics and all things mental health. Y'all know I'm an advocate for mental health. Y'all know how I am about mental health, because it's something we don't take care of enough. And yesterday, we had a show to a friend of his that passed away, Miss Ann. And, I may have not have known the lady, but I could still offer my condolences to those who did, and all that they went, all that they feel and all the pain that they're going through and stuff. Because I'm gonna say this, it's been 1 year now, says Pretty Big Woman Quay passed away. And some of y'all may or may not know this, but she is a moderator on this channel. And when she passed, it was the first time I ever broke down crying on stream, because I wasn't expecting to get that call. I wasn't expecting that to be a thing. I wasn't expecting that to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I got that call that morning. It hit me. You know what I mean? She called me her baby, and I loved her dearly. I really did. We had some really great conversations and debates about God, and she was awesome. I still miss her dearly. And the beef sector itself, we have lost so many this last year, you know, and I'm pretty sure that other communities have lost many, and some that they may not even know about. You know what I'm saying? We lost Royalty, we lost Sharika Chicago, you know, and so many people in our community also lost family members, mothers, you know, brothers, sisters, things like that. Family, you know. What up, Brayson? How you doing? And it's always it's a part of life. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of life. Um, it's a part of life that none of us want to prepare for, but we know it's going to happen, kind of thing. But yeah, so on this Topic Tuesday, I want people to be grateful that you woke up this morning and that you breathing and that you okay, because not everybody got that opportunity. Also, for those who do know, Life with Tashiana, she is dealing with a cancer battle right now. She's very sick, so keep her in your prayers. Her name is Life with Tashiana. She's an amazing human being. I met her over a year ago now, probably longer than that. Y'all know I'm not good with time. I'm not good with years. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, maybe 2 to 3 years. Shit, as far as I know, it's been a minute. I'm always bad about telling time frames because of ADHD, but she's been sick for a minute. And then Miss Rose Bennett, she comes in here occasionally, but I mostly see her on the YouTube streets. She's dealing with the big C also. Say some prayers for her. And our beautiful, lovely love is still on her journey. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when people are on their journey through these things, until they get that bell ringed and saying they're completely out of the woods, you know, and even then you still keep them in your prayers afterward. Well, shit happens. What up, my beautiful racing? What up, my love? I'm gonna tell you this, life is lifing, and I woke up this morning, I'm healthy, I'm alive, I'm breathing. That's all I could ask for, you know? Can't ask for much more, but to be alive and well. And some reason my eye hurts on the left side. I don't know what I did to it. I don't know if I punched myself in my eye in my sleep, but y'all know, I ain't no telling. I might have slept on my damn fist and not realized it had it up in my eye and shit. I might have hit myself in my sleep. You never know. But I feel like I hit myself in my eye in my sleep. I feel like somebody done hit me in the left eye. So I probably hit myself. I'm like, damn, why was I fighting in my sleep for? Huggies, love. See you when you get back and whatnot. So it's your right eye, my left eye. We punched ourselves in the eye last night, crazy. And if we put my right eye with your left eye, we'd have two good eyes right now. What up, Mr. William? Mr. Crothers, how's your football team doing so far? I know that you've been watching the shit out of football. I know how you like your teams. You know, Mr. William, I just want to say you're one of the most blessful men. And I'm glad that I met you. I just want to give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying? I know some people don't necessarily get along on this internet. And I get that. Because you got to think, when you're thinking about the internet as a whole and you're thinking about YouTube, right? Everybody has different personalities. different thought processes. The way we handle and do things is different, right? So for me, I get along with just about anybody. Just about anybody. Um, there's very few people I can count on one hand to tell you how many people I don't like on this internet. I can count on one hand. And y'all can probably count the 3 I don't like. Actually 4. Add his ass in there too. Maybe 5. You know what I'm saying? But I can count it on one hand. There's very few people that I don't like. There's very few people that I don't get along with. I usually get along with fucking everybody. If I don't get along with you, you've done some really fucked up shit. Like it has to be real bad. And it's not just to me, if that makes sense. You've done it to other people. You've hurt others in a very terrible way. Because I'm usually the type to forgive and forget, if that makes sense. On shit that's peeny ante. When you fuck with my child, however, it's up and stuck for life, baby. It's up and stuck for life. There ain't no motherfucking going back. There ain't no collect and go. There ain't no pass and go, collected $200. It ain't no going straight to jail. It's jail or hell for both of us in this motherfucker. Once you mess with my child, fuck you, hoe. But I made amends the other day with somebody. We just had a slight beef. It wasn't nothing crazy. We kept it on each other, and that was actually pretty fun for me. I want to shout out to Intrinsic Love. We had a little beef, child, and it was just stupid what we were fucking fighting about. And we just kept it on each other. We didn't y'all be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? We just kept it on each other. You know what I mean? We didn't talk about each other's kids. We didn't go like hardcore at each other. You know what I'm saying? It was light. So that of course I can forgive and move on from. It's just I forgot about it probably 6 weeks after it fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? Not even 6 weeks. It probably was 2 to 3 days. Me and Ghetto had a little tiffy, but we both apologized to each other, got over it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing serious, wasn't nothing crazy. Usually I can, right? It's when I see a personality trait of a person that is abusive, like narcissistic, when we talk about mental health, right? When I see a person who likes to abuse women or, do some really fucked up shit, that's when it crosses a line that I am not willing to come back from. I will, y'all know I don't like the Wired dude too much, right? Would I be willing to pass and go with him if he gave Arkansas the apology that she deserves and changed his behavior? Yeah, but I'm never going to be cool with him. I'm never going to be friends with him. Point blank, Barry, he reminds me too much of my fucking ex. The abusive language and the trying to make you feel sorry for him so that you give in to his stuff is too much for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. What up, Shaka, my beautiful? I love me some Shaka. And Shaka, I'm going to tell you why. I've told you 1,000,001 times, but I'm going to say it again, damn it. The reason I love Room Shaker and people be like, Room Shaker did this, Room Shaker. I don't give a fuck. Okay? There's a reason why I love Room Shaker. It's because Room Shaker gonna be Room Shaker, and she don't give a fuck what nobody think about her. She's just gonna be her. And whether you like her or you don't, and she gonna tell you the truth to your motherfucking face. She ain't gonna play behind your back. She ain't gonna smile in your face and act like she besties with you and then stab back. No, she gonna stab you to your face and let you know she don't like you. She ain't gonna play them games. That's why I love Room Shaker. I love a person. What up, G2K? I love a person that is authentically themselves and don't give 2 fucks, and they're going to tell you how they fucking feel. That's why I love Room Shaker so damn much, because she going to tell you everything that if she don't like you, you going to fucking know about it. Like she don't hold back. I love that shit. I love somebody that is real, that they 100% they self, they don't play them fucking games. I can't stand some fake ass shit when I find some fake ass shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't stand it. And you know how many times I've been accused of faking my accent or faking who the fuck I is or how I talk and all this other shit. And I'm like, motherfucker, here's the thing. I understand. I've seen those people who fake it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But if I was going to change up, wouldn't I change up? I haven't changed up in the last year that y'all have heard me on panel. Last 2 years I've been on, because I've only been content creating for a year, but I was on the hood tables way before on her panel all the fucking time. For 2 years straight, I have not changed who I am, what I am, how I speak, or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to. And when you meet me in real life, I'm the same motherfucker that you see on here in real life. I'm going to give you the biggest motherfucking hug. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make you feel loved. But if you piss me off, I'm the craziest bitch you also met in your fucking life too. My crazy starts to come out, bitch, and she don't play well. She don't play well. So, you know, fuck around, find out if you want to. Some of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life, I'm going to tell you, they have a dark side to them. And there's a reason why people don't understand about this. The sweet people, like I'm going to tell you this, Room Shaker's got a heart of fucking gold. A lot of people don't see that. You know what I'm saying? They don't see that because they just want to see the villain. But they don't see the heart of gold that stands right there in front of you, would be willing to do anything to help somebody she truly cares about. I see that. Why? Because I see the true her. Just like my beautiful sister, Creole Libra Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? You're an amazing human being, sis. I just want you to know that. Inside and outside. I love your teachings. You're smart as fuck. People be sleeping on your ass. They don't realize all the information that you do have to give. You know what I'm saying? And they're not paying attention to what's right in front of them. I'm like, dude, you have an informational wealth of knowledge sitting right there and you just ignoring it. You know what I mean? But the only way I can say it is, to be truthfully honest, is that us really nice people like myself, same thing with Creole, she's really, really sweet. Don't play with our crazy. Because we got a dark side to us that we try to keep hidden. We try to keep it pushed back. We try to keep it never to come to the surface because we know how that bitch can be and we don't want to play with her. She's just leave her alone. Really extremely nice people like myself, or you know, like that is like just laid back and chill as fuck. We do have a side to us that is dark as fuck too. And we don't even like playing with that bitch. That bitch is crazy. See, there are people on here that have fucked with me. There are people on here who have doxed my family. And if I wanted to, I could go just as dark as they could, if not worse. If not worse. But I choose not to. I choose to be the better person. I choose not to go to that level. Can I go to that level? Could I be that bitch? Yes, I could call your whole fucking family and fuck with everybody. But I choose not to be like you. I choose not to be that person because I'm not going to let some asshole turn me into something I'm not. You know what I mean? What up, Lady Luck? How you doing? It's good. Girl, it's good to see you, child. I can't believe we know so many different people. I'm like, shit, that's fucking crazy. Okay. I just realized that about Mr. William the other day. Mr. Matthew, not Mr. William, Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew is silly. I was like, shit, we know me so many people. It's crazy. I was like, we know so many different people. Matthew is silly as fuck. I was like, I didn't know and realize that you knew the fucking Mo 3 sector and all these different people, and I've been catching you in other sectors. And I'm like, I didn't know how we, you know, he said basically how he found me is one day I came up in his recommended. And so he came over here chilling. And then I subscribed to him and he subscribed to me. And he didn't know that I was beef sector. But I'm cousins to the Mo 3 sector and the black sector, right? He didn't know that. They my cousins. And you know, we got a few other things. And then he didn't know I was in all these other places too. All these other sectors I'd be round, right? And then I didn't realize he was. And I was like, this is some crazy shit. It's crazy. It's crazy, Creole, how you be meeting people like Lady Luck. I didn't know Lady Luck be knowing so many damn people. I'm like, shit. Ain't it crazy sometimes when you run up on people in other sectors and you don't expect it to be happening, and then you're like, oh, hi. Dude, you know people I know? Oh, Big Lemon? Yeah, I know Big Lemon. I'll be over there at his house sometimes. I'll be all over the place, child. No, Matthew is silly actually knows Queen 88 and different folks. I'm like, oh shit. Like I be running into folks I don't even realize that we be knowing the same people. I've been in the beef sector since the beginning of the beef sector. A lot of people know my story. They know where I'm from. They know that VS Icon will always hold a special place in my heart. I will always give her her flowers. She was the first person to ever hand me a mod stick. She was the first person to ever believe in me and try to push me out my comfort zone. I will never, ever, ever not give her her flowers. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all that now. Even for those who do not like her, that woman holds a special place in my heart and always will. See, there's something for me that some people don't have, and that's called loyalty. When until you break that loyalty with me, it's always gonna be there. You have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sharing Room Shaker's link, Creole. You already know. Thank you, girl. Hey, hood lady. Because you knew I was going to go over there in a minute and do it, didn't you? You know me too well. See, my sister, she reading my mind. You might want to drop your link too, girl. Because we need to get all your subscribers up and shit and get people really behind you like they should be. Mowing, moaning. You know, we say moaning. Man, I just realized that I always say good morning. I don't say morning. I don't say it with an R. I said good morning. How you doing? I just realized, man, hood lady, I feel like I just got called out for my shit. I feel like I just get called out. I just got called out for saying it. I just realized that shit that I don't say morning and I don't say, and sometimes I'll say morning, you know, with an IN. I never say it with a G. I just realized that shit. I don't ever say it properly. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever say it properly. Oh man, the other day, I always have people that do this. They go, Charlie, say this, Charlie, say that. Charlie, can you say this? Because it's just the way that I talk, and some people love, you know what I'm saying, moaning. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Almost sounds like I'm saying moaning. And the other day I read somebody's name, and the way their name was spelled, it sounded like I was saying Doug Balls. Like balls. It was and it was a whole nother word, but it sounded that's what it sounded like I was saying, y'all. I shit. Oh, fuck that shit, G2K. Fuck that shit. 27 degrees. Oh, hell no. See, I could do the 55. I could do the 55. I can't do the 27. No. I don't like it when it gets below like 30 something. When it gets into the 30s, fuck that shit. I'm gonna say this. I love a good Australian accent. I also love a good New Zealand accent. I have a best friend from New Zealand. She's fucking amazing. I love her to death. I got to get my ass over there and call her and see how she's doing. Me and her kept playing phone tag a while back. We couldn't, you know how that go. Because of time zones and shit, right? But I love that girl to death, and I always will. I'm gonna tell you something. We've been friends for more than 10 years. I've watched her grow up from a child to a grown ass woman now. I think she was 19 when I first met her. I was in my late 20s, mid to late 20s, and I met her when she was 19. She's now a grown ass woman, and it's fucking amazing to see her growth. Yeah, no, y'all 26 degree, 21 degree, y'all fucking keep that shit. 27 for you. Fucking keep that shit. I don't want it. Don't y'all bring that shit down south. Don't y'all bring that shit down here. Hell to the no. To the no. Say hell no. I'm good on that. I'm good on it. I don't like them cold temperatures. Okay. I don't mind it getting like 50 during the day and 30s at night. I'm cool with that. But when it starts getting in the freezing temperatures, which is below 32, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, especially during the daytime. Fuck that shit, because y'all know at night it's going to be in the fucking teens or the negatives. Fuck that shit. Hell no. What up, Yankees? How you doing, Yankees for life? See, I can't be doing all that shit. I mean, how's it over there in the UK areas? I know for right now for the Australians that are over there, my UK, well, specifically my Australians and my New Zealanders, I know technically for y'all it's starting to warm the fuck up and it's hot as fuck because it's y'all summer when it's our winter and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, y'all have summertime and we have wintertime, and then when we have summer, y'all got winter. You know what I mean? It's fucking opposite shit. And technically, y'all, they in the future. You want to think about this shit? They in the future. It's actually the 14th for them right now. They in the future. So if they still alive, we know we good, right? Because they a day ahead. Oh shit, it's hood. Girl, 55. You two quarters and a nickel. Okay, hold on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, hood lady. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday, Lady Luck. I hope y'all have the best day. I love y'all bitches for life. Happy birthday, bitches. I love you. Okay. You know I had to remix it. It had to be the Charlie remix. Hey, the hood table, my love. Oh wait, I don't think Lady Luck was saying it was her birthday, but child, I got confused. It's all on me. Sorry about that. I'm telling you, some bipolar ass motherfucking weather, Libra butterfly up in Kentucky. Y'all, we got some down here too. Let me tell y'all what the temp is right here, right now. I don't know, because one day it be hot. It don't know what it want to do. I'm telling you, my weather down here, she has a little bit of an issue. I think that maybe we might need to get her some estrogen. Oh, happy birthday, Classic Code. Happy birthday, Classic Code. Happy birthday, my favorite Classic Code. You my bitches for life. Okay, love you. Also, y'all share a birthday not too far from my son's. My son's birthday is this Friday. He's going to be 18 years old. I don't want to believe he's going to be 18. It doesn't seem real to me. 18 years old, man. Seemed like just yesterday he was born and he's already fucking 18. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ready for it, man. I ain't ready for it. It's actually 54. It feels like 55 right now, which is that perfect temperature, when it's the winter time. And then it's gonna get down to, I think it's gonna get down to the let's see, what's the afternoon temp? What's the nighttime temp tonight? Oh, so it's gonna be 62 in the daytime, 39 at night. Wednesday 48, 22, 40, 25. See, I could deal with the freezing temperatures at nighttime as long as the daytimes is in the 40s and 50s. I can deal with that. I could deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be 62 degrees today, so it's going to be hot. And then it's going to turn off fucking cold. And that's just, yeah, she bipolar as fuck, dude. I hope all the Capricorns have the most amazing birthday this month. I just want y'all to know that shit. Because I got 3 Capricorns in my family. Actually 4. I got 4 Cappies. And then my son's a Capricorn, my father, my husband, my brother. And then and my sister that passed away. So actually 5. So actually I have 5 Cappies in my family because my sister was a Capricorn too, and she passed away. Well, I think so. I have to go check the dates because she's at the end of it, at the tail end, if that makes sense. I don't know when it switches over. She's like January the 26th or 28th or some shit. Y'all know I ain't good with birthdays. I can't remember that shit. Thank God for Facebook telling me everything because y'all know I ain't good with it. Now, my son was born in January, but he was supposed to be born April 13th. That tells you how, whatnot. Hold on just a minute. He just came in, y'all. I got to talk to my son. But yeah, sorry about that, y'all. My son came in, was asking, "Is Dad gonna bring back some food?" I was like, "Yeah, he gonna bring some back. He gonna bring some back. You know, kids, it's always food, something, and then especially when they hungry. I swear to God, you off work today? What? Oh, you're off to work. Have a good day at work, G2K. Just know that I love you. Be careful out there, okay? Be careful out there. Make sure that you drop your links to your channel though, G2K, before you leave if you have time, if you can, so that everybody can subscribe to you because you're an amazing fucking human being and I love you to death, my brother from another mother. That way people can subscribe and whatnot. I actually ended up going to bed on Arky about 9:58 last night. I was like, I love you, but I can't stay up no longer. I've been going to bed fairly early, which is crazy for me, but it works better. If y'all notice, I'm actually like in a better mood when I get my sleep. If I stay up too late, I'm a bitch. I mean, you never did go do your live yesterday, did you, JJK? Because I looked for your notifications. I never got any. I kept looking for your live yesterday. Because I be trying to keep a lookout on y'all's notifications when y'all go live. I really do. I did the thing with Well the Thing Is yesterday too, G2K, and it went well. It went well. I sung, if y'all don't know, I sung a cappella. I sung a cappella for Miss Ann, who passed away. And whatnot. I sung these Amazing Grace a cappella. And I used my good mic. Oh, and G2K, next time you decide to do karaoke, I'm gonna use my new microphone because it sounds real good, and I don't get that sound distortion. I got a Zill sound from like Amazon for like 20 something bucks, 30 bucks. Yeah, because my beautiful blue Yeti microphone went. Boo. Oh, that's well. At least you got your money, honey. You know what I'm saying, G2K. At least you got your money. You doing what's best for your family. You know what I'm saying. I figured I didn't get it. But I just wanted to make sure that I didn't need to go catch the replay. I needed to make sure that YouTube wasn't tripping because if they did, I'd have to go back and catch that replay. You know what I mean? And I don't like missing your streams, and I get pissed off when fucking they don't give me the damn, you know what I'm saying, the notifications. Your youngest is 27, your oldest is nearly 36. Shit, lady, look, then your oldest and me ain't far apart in age. I'm only 38 years old. So I'm only 2 years older than your oldest. You know what I'm saying? Um, and Hood Lady, where yours is 37, I just turned 38 in August. This next August I'll be 39. So I'm not too much older than y'all's oldest children. But the crazy part is, this is what I hear from a lot of people. is that even though I'm as young as I am, or mid-age, as you would say nowadays, that I've always been told, even when I was in my 20s, even when I was a kid, I've always been told I have an old soul. And so I've always been able to hang out with older people than me and get along great because our mindsets are the same, if that makes sense. I have trouble hanging out with people that are younger than me, or about around about my age, because sometimes our mindsets ain't the same, if that makes sense. That's gonna be fucking awesome, G2K. I can't wait. One of these days, me and Arky got to get to fucking together because we ain't that far from each other, to tell you the god honest truth. We're about, I think it's a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? Um, because her being in Arkansas, I'm over here on the right side, northern side of Mississippi, right upper, right, and so it's about, I'd say, about an hour to get across Mississippi. Like if I were to drive straight across, um, it's an hour or so, and so it's probably about an hour and a half. It takes me an hour and 45 to get from here to Memphis. So it'd probably be about 2 hours or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Two to 3 hours. I don't know exactly where in Arkansas she is, but I know if she's not far from Texarkana, or not Texarkana, because that's Texas and Arkansas's border. I'm talking about the Memphis, Arkansas. Because they're the only thing is there's two sides of Memphis. People don't know this. There's the Arkansas side of it, and there's the Tennessee side of it, right? Um, and there's a bridge that literally separates it, just a bridge. And you have the Arkansas side of West Memphis, and then you have the West Memphis, Arkansas is what it's called, and then you have Memphis, Tennessee, right? And I'm an hour 45 from Memphis, Tennessee. That's why some people, when they meet me and I go to talking, especially if I'm animated and my ADHD's fucking up and acting up, y'all know when my ADHD acts up, my ghetto comes out like fucking crazy, dude. I can't help that shit. Like when my ADHD's off the chisane, it is what it is. That's how I get more animated than I normally am, right? That's the only thing that changes with me, is depending on how my ADHD is acting. If I'm half asleep, um, you know, I'm talking a little slower, a little lower, stuff like that. But my shit really comes out when my ADHD acts up, right? And y'all know when it's when my ADHD is acting up, you can tell it. My ADHD is very visible. Like it's very, 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 very visible. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Lady Luck. Though, yeah, I'm young in years, but not mine. My mind has always been above and beyond. You know, when you're a little kid and the old folks say you have an old soul, I've been told that since I was little. Like I've been on this earth before. Like I've always had an old soul. But Def Leppard is cool as fuck, G2K. I hope also that you make that money to put up some. You know what I'm saying? And so if hard times ever do hit you, you're straight, because that's what, that's something else I would like to do one day, is have a discussion about that, because a lot of us, we don't have stuff put up for a rainy day. If some shit happens, we're kind of fucked. So that's something that I would love to be able to teach. You know what I mean? Is to be able to put up that nest egg and don't touch it when unless you absolutely need it. Because some of us, when we get money, we got this money's burning a hole in our pocket. You know what I mean? And I'm that way too, so I can't, I can't say I ain't did it. You know what I mean? But that's why I tell folks they need to, make sure that they put their money up and all that other shit. But I do want to thank anybody who's ever hit the Cash App and the Venmo, because shit, they took my damn monetization, so I got to work to get that shit back. It is what it is. I got to do the cleanup on the channel. I'm gonna start doing that soon, but I still got time. You know what I'm saying? I still got time. Your youngest is 36, so yeah, Crazy Brat Love. Oh, that means me and Cluckers ain't too far apart in age. Cluckers may be older than me, actually, technically. I don't know. but I'm the youngest child in my family. And so I'm the youngest. I'm the baby, of the family. You know what I mean? On my side. But no, it's our weather is so damn bipolar, dude. It's gonna be 62 degrees during the daytime and 39 at night. So it's gonna be real hot. It's gonna get hot and then it's gonna get cold. Then it's gonna stay cold for a little while. Then it's gonna heat back up, and then it's gonna stay. And it just fucking does that shit. That's the crazy part about the South. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get cold one minute, hot the next. Cold one minute, hot the next. Yeah, I think if I took I-22 into Arkansas, it wouldn't take me that long to go. But I'd have to talk to the hubby when we got next time free. I need to talk to Arky, man. Cluckers is the oldest, so she may be older than me, right? Yeah, I know all y'all guys fucking PayPal. That's why I think Venmo is attached to PayPal somehow or another. I don't fucking know. I don't even know. They said something about that in there. I gotta sign into it and figure out my damn sign in for my damn PayPal shit. And the only reason I know about that, Lady Luck, is because when I was trying to send my friends some shit over in New Zealand, they only had PayPal. So I had to send it through a friend because he had the Cash App and he sent it all via PayPal. Because I don't know if you know this, but PayPal be taking percentages for sending shit. And so, be crazy as hell, dog. Oh, I gotta check my damn phone. I think I got information on here that I gotta do. Hold on. Oh yeah, y'all know I gotta keep an eye on everything. Yeah, I'm a little bit older than your youngest. What up, my sister from another mister, my V Lachey? Oh, y'all have something called Wild Wise and Rimtily? I've never heard of that. I don't even know if we have that in the States. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Good morning, my sister from another mister. I'm surprised your ass is up this early in the morning. You know, you that night shift, that night shift. You know what I mean? You supposed to be asleep right now, girl. For real, that happened in West Point, Mississippi? Shit, let me look that shit up. Oh shit, West Point, Mississippi. That's crazy. So, Mississippi man accused of killing 6 people, including a 7-year-old, pleads not guilty. Oh shit. And I be going to fucking, I wonder if I know his ass, because here's the crazy part. Let me tell y'all something. I grew up in West Point for a little short time. I lived in West Point. I don't know if y'all know that, but I lived in West Point when I was little. I went to kindergarten in West Point. Mm-hmm. Sure did. I lived there for a little bit of short time and then I moved. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I wonder if I know any of them people. You know what I mean? That's crazy, dude. Yeah, it's right in between us and Deanna. You know what I'm saying? Miss Deanna's right below West Point in Columbus. You know what I'm saying? And we right up like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's the town that's between us. I used to go to West Point all the time. I used to go to that children's clinic over there when I was a kid, and my doctor used to be in West Point, and we kept it that way for years until he retired. So West Point was my place. You know what I'm saying? Because I lived there when I was a little bit kid, and the only reason I ain't been back there is because my doctor retired and I moved. You know what I'm saying? But I used to be down there all the time. That's crazy. I wonder if I know any of those people. Let Let me check out. Oh shit, don't tell me it was at that damn no, that's the police station. I was about to say. I'll tell you it was at that damn gas station. Man, they got a gas station down there at West Point, if y'all don't know, that serves some of the best soul food. Some of the best soul food at that damn gas station. I swear to God. That gas station sells plate lunches every day, and some of them women that work there, they sell some bomb ass damn soul food up in that gas station down at West Point. If y'all ever go to West Point, Mississippi, there's a little gas station. It's just I think it's I don't know if it's a Sprint Mart or what the fuck it is, but it's a little gas station, dude, and they got some of the best fucking soul food you ever did eat. Those ladies put their feet, their elbows, everything into it. It's good as fuck. And when they make their baked mac and cheese, baby, I want to play. That gas station has some bomb ass food. If y'all ever come down to the SIP, I'm going to tell y'all something. Okay, so some gas stations down here, they sell like the normal pizza sticks, fried chicken, shit like that, biscuits in the morning, things like that. Sausages and all this other shit, right? But there are some gas stations that do plate lunches during lunchtime. They do breakfast ones, and sometimes they'll have supper ones, or they'll do it on the weekend. You just got to know which gas station to go to. Ask a local. I'm gonna tell you something. Some of these gas stations got some of the best fucking food, better than any restaurant you ever went to. Hell yeah, because Starksville and West Point right by each other. You know what I'm saying? We used to go through West Point off of, I think it's Highway 6 or some shit like that. I forget what that highway's name is. To get to Starksville. Because Starksville is where Mississippi State University is. And when I was in high school, we did like field trips to MSU and Ole Miss, because they're up here in North Mississippi. Ole Miss is in Oxford, Mississippi, and Mississippi State's in Starksville, Mississippi. And that's our two big colleges. Now we have one down south. Nobody ever thinks about it, though. You know what I'm saying? And we have a bunch of small community colleges. We have historical black colleges such as Rust. We have the University for Women, all these other things. But most people, because of the football, right, they think about MSU Bulldogs and Ole Miss Rebels. But I think Ole Miss changed. I don't know if they changed it back to the Rebels, but they always changing their fucking shit. I swear to God. They did try to be the Sharks for a little while or some shit. I don't fucking know. Dude, it was crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now we have some of the best little barbecue spots right here. They look like little houses, right? Like they look like a house, like somebody lived there. And it's a restaurant. And it's some of the best fucking barbecue you ever put in your fucking mouth. It looks like a house. There is no inside seating most of the time. You lucky if they got outdoor seating. You call up there and you just get your shit. Okay. I will. Hold on just a minute, babe. Let me look. Yeah, that's okay, babe. That's okay. That's good. That's fast. That's easy. You already know the order. Oh man, this is crazy. I got to figure out the dude's name because I wonder if I know him. Okay. Darica Moore. He got a weird name. I bet everybody called him Derek or shit. But it does sound like a girl's name for real though. I'm not joking. Darica Moore, second from left, accused of committing a shooting spree in Cedar Bluff, Mississippi, is escorted into the courtroom for an initial appearance on Monday, June 12th, in Clay County Circuit Court in West Point, Mississippi. Cadence Harvey, the commercial dispatch via AP. West Point, Mississippi. A Mississippi man pleads not guilty to killing 6 people, including a 7-year-old girl, during a rampage through a rural area in northeastern part of the state. At a court hearing in Clay County, Darica M. Moore entered a not guilty plea to 11 charges, including capital murder, first-degree murder, attempted murder of a child, attempted sexual battery, burglary, and theft of a motor vehicle. Shit. Because Moore was charged with capital murder, He is ineligible for bail under the state law. Clay County Circuit Court Judge Jim Kitchens orders a mental evaluation for Moore. Kitchens appointed Larissa Harris as Moore's defense lawyer. Harris didn't immediately respond to an email seeking comment Monday. Assistant District Attorney Trina Davidson Brooks said first-degree murder charges are expected to be upgraded to capital murder. The Dispatch of Columbus reported, and District Attorney Scott Cullum intends to seek the death penalty. Moore, 24, is accused of killing his father, brother, uncle, 7-year-old cousin, a church pastor, and the pastor's brother at 3 locations late Friday. He was arrested at a police roadblock in Cedar Bluff just before midnight after dozens of local, state, and federal officers flooded the area. So a trial date has not been set yet. Clay County Sheriff Eddie Scott said that Saturday's news conference that evidence and witnesses indicated that Moore was the only shooter. No other injuries were reported, or authorities have not indicated why they believe Moore would have committed the shooting. Investigators believe Moore first killed his father, 67-year-old Glenn Moore, his brother, 33-year-old Quentin Moore, and his uncle, 55-year-old Willie Ed Gewins, at the family's mobile home. The sheriff said Moore then allegedly stole his brother's truck. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Hold on, let me get over here. Just give me just a second. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to go put up some meats and shit. But let me finish off reading what we were talking about. The sheriff said Moore then allegedly stole his brother's truck and drove a few miles to a cousin's house, where he forced his way in and attempted to commit sexual battery. Scott Moore said then he put a gun to the head of a 7-year-old girl and fatally shot her. Family members identified the girl as Michaela Gewins. Scott said that according to the witnesses, Moore then placed a gun against a younger child's head, but she was not shot. It was not clear whether he did not pull the trigger or the gun misfired. Moore then allegedly drove to a small white frame church, the Episcopal Church of the Lord of Jesus. There, Scott said he broke into the residence, killed the pastor and his brother, stole one of their vehicles. Scott said the last two victims, the Reverend Barry Bradley and Samuel Bradley, lived most of the time in nearby Columbus, but spent weekends on church grounds. Some more family members attended the church, Scott said. Edith Watkins Bradshaw, a cousin of the Moore family, told the Dispatch that the family has been sustained by prayers and closeness. Where there's unity, there's power, and there's love, Bradshaw said after the hearing. No matter what, we're family. Even Derica, he's still our family. He's still a human being. We still got to love him too, and we know that love will get us through. Our family will never be the same, but we're going to be stronger because of this, said Renee Gewins McMillan, another cousin of Derica Moore. Why does that Derica sounds such like a woman's name? Why would they name that baby that? I've known some, you know what I'm saying? He does look way older than 24 years old. Let me show y'all a picture. I mean, he looks way older than 24. Hold on. Let me share this screen with y'all. Share screen. This is the person right here. You know, this is the courtroom and whatnot. That's the popo and the court reporter and the lady. And I believe that's his attorney right there. I believe these are court reporters, cops, you know. That may be the what do you call them? Prosecutor. Obviously, the judge is probably sitting over here somewhere. That may be the prosecutor right there. I'm not sure how that courthouse is set up. You know what I mean? But usually the court reporter sits somewhere close to the judge. So I would say it's probably the prosecutors right there. But yeah, so he literally went on a rampage, literally unalived his father, his brother, his uncle, then went to a cousin's house, tried to assault someone sexually. I don't know if it was the cousin or it was the child or who it was, and then put the gun to the 7-year-old and unalived, or I'm not sure. Did it say? I know she was shot point blank range, but let's see. Put a gun to the 7-year-old girl's head and fatally shot her. So yes, the 7-year-old passed away and tried to unalive the other child. He went to a cousin's house and forced his way in and attempted to commit sexual battery on who? They didn't say who he tried to commit sexual battery on. Whether it was a child or whether it was the adult cousin, you know what I'm saying? But then he put a gun to the 7-year-old and fatally shot her and tried to shoot another child against a younger child's head, but she was not shot. So he tried to unalive both little girls. It's not clear on whether he tried to pull the trigger or the gun misfired, or if he just, you know, even then he still had intent to kill the other child. Then he drove to the church and killed the pastor and his brother. I can't believe a cousin would even say, "Oh my God, I love my cousin. They're still my family." Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. He needs more than a psyche eval. Like, I I'm going to guess, and this is just my personal guess when this starts going to trial, that if he was trying to SA one of the family members, he's done some shit in that family to little kids in that family. And there's a possibility somebody was supposed to turn him in or something like that. So, usually when somebody does some stuff like this, yes, it's the state of Mississippi, and yes, the death penalty is on the docket. In fact, they're pushing for the death penalty for him. He's got a capital murder charge. In fact, what it says specifically, for his charges, they did the court hearing in Clay County. He entered a non-guilty plea, but his 11 charges include capital murder, first-degree murder, attempted murder of a child, attempted sexual battery, burglary, and theft of a motor vehicle. And because Moore was charged with capital murder, he is ineligible for bail under state law. He has also ordered a mental evaluation for Moore. The judge did, to see what's going on there. And then he also has a Clarissa Harris as his defense lawyer. Said first degree murder charges are expected to be upgraded. The other first degree murder charges are expected to be upgraded to capital murder, and the district attorney Scott Collum intends to seek the death penalty. I mean, you killed 6 people, including a 7-year-old, and tried to kill another child that is younger than 7 years old, and tried to SA their mother possibly, or them. I don't know who he tried to SA. They didn't say that. They didn't name the victim of the attempted SA. But he literally killed his brother, his uncle, and people in his family. Then went to a cousin's house, tried to SA somebody, then shot and killed the 7-year-old, and tried to kill a younger child by putting the gun to their head. And it's not clear whether the gun misfired or if he even tried to pull the trigger, but I'm thinking he probably did, and he was just out of bullets. That's probably the only thing that saved that child, and he had to reload. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously he went and he unalived, or it misfired, and that child just happens to be a miracle from God. That's him in blue. Yep. And then he went on to a church and unalived a pastor and his brother. So he killed his family, went and killed his cousin, his little cousin, tried to SA somebody in that house, and then unalived a pastor and his brother. No, that motherfucker needs to rot under the jail. That's just my personal opinion. Facts, are that I told y'all the facts. Now my feelings are getting involved. You've already unalived quite a few human beings, that are grown-ups. But to unalive a child, I'm going to guess, now this is just my personal opinion, he's did something to those kids in the family or something, because you don't just snap, kill your whole family, and then just go try to SA your cousin and, you know what I'm saying, and unalive her children. Like, he was fisting to go down for something. What it is, I don't know. Maybe when more of the story, let me see if I can find more of the story. Because yeah, there's more to that story than meets the eye, and I'm hoping when more time comes out that we'll know, because that is a mass shooting. But as I've said, in the state of Mississippi, have you ever noticed that it's always a DV situation? It's always somebody down here. Like, very randomly is it someone just coming up and unaliving somebody because they can. Down here, it's usually a family matter of some kind, or somebody because you got money. This was in West Point, Mississippi, and it was 3 days ago. 3 to 2 days ago is when the let's see. It says let's see what if they say exactly. In a Friday night rampage, So that was this last Friday on the 9th, I believe. A 24-year-old man. Let's see if we can share this tab. So this is our local news station stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video so y'all can watch it right quick. And let me see. Is there a way to make it bigger? Like, hold on.
For 125 years, First Choice Bank has provided dedicated community banking to North Mississippi. The banking products and services you need when you need them.
We gotta listen
At
to
First
this
Choice, you're
ad,
our
y'all.
priority. Make First Choice your choice for banking.
Okay, here we go, y'all.
WTVA 9 News begins now with breaking news.
Really looked at. If he's eligible for the death penalty, the district attorney's office is going to go for the death penalty. There's some cases just that they've got to get the worst punishment. They've got to get the worst punishment.
Heartbreak in Clay County tonight. 6 people murdered, 3 different crime scenes. A family executed in cold blood by one of their own. This is the 3rd mass shooting in Clay County since 2023 and one of Mississippi's deadliest mass shootings in recent history. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Emily Leonard. We have a lot of new information to share with you tonight. Some of it is disturbing. All of it is just heartbreaking. Let's get to the very latest information. This is the man investigators say is responsible for the violence and the bloodshed. 24-year-old Derica Moore. He's behind bars tonight, accused of murdering 6 people. 4 of Moore's victims were his own family. One of the victims was a 7-year-old girl. Moore will go before a judge in Clay County Monday. He is charged with first-degree murder, but we expect that charge to be upgraded to capital murder within the next 48 hours. We have team coverage tonight on this shooting rampage and a special edition of WTVA 9 News. Our Michelle Martin interviewed Clay County Sheriff Eddie Scott earlier today. Tanaya McQueen has an exclusive interview with the mother of one of the victims, and Wayne Herford is also in Clay County. He spoke with the members of the community about this tragedy. Let's first go to Michelle, who has all of the details on what happened Friday night.
Yeah, Emily, Sheriff Eddie Scott and his team of investigators have investigated a lot of horrible crimes over these years, but this one has to be the most disturbing case that has ever happened in this community. This is just something that investigators in the community say that they're just struggling to grasp and understand how this level of violence can happen in their own backyard. This violent rampage happened on Friday night. This all happened in several locations near West Point. The area is in the Griffith and Cedar Bluff communities. 24-year-old Derica Moore is first accused of killing 3 relatives inside of a home on David Hill Road. The victims were essentially executed, all of them shot in the head. The sheriff says Moore killed his father, Glenn Moore, his brother, Quentin Moore, and then his uncle, Willie Gewins. Moore then stole a truck and drove to another home on Blake Road. It was there, deputies say, Moore forced his way inside. The sheriff says Moore tried to sexually assault someone in that home, and then he shot and killed, allegedly, a 7-year-old girl. That girl was Moore's cousin. Moore took off traveling to a 3rd location on Siloam Griffith Road. When investigators arrived there, they found the stolen truck hidden behind the house, signs of forced entry, and then 2 more victims inside, 2 men shot in the head. The victims were identified as Barry Bradley and Samuel Bradley. One of them was a well-known pastor. Moore was caught and taken into custody at a roadblock. He is charged with first-degree murder. What investigators still don't know and what continues to just trouble this community is why.
This guy has not been on our radar. We had not had any reports, anything prior leading up to this. So what his state of mind was, what was going on with him, that's part of the investigation right now.
You know, this is the type of case where the death penalty is going to have to be really looked at. If he's eligible for the death penalty, the district attorney's office is going to go for the death penalty. There's some cases just that they've got to get the worst punishment. They've got to get the worst punishment. 6 people, one night, several different scenes. You've heard the allegations. They're about as bad as it gets.
Derek Moore will have a preliminary hearing on Monday in West Point. Sheriff Eddie Scott says those charges will be upgraded to capital murder. Coming up here shortly, I will be talking to Sheriff Eddie Scott live to talk about what's moving forward with this case and what is planning to get justice for the families that are involved. Live in Clay County, Michelle Martin, WTVA 9 News.
But well, I want to hear what she got to say. Why'd they cut that off, man? I want to hear what she got to say. Like, come on now. Do we have another video? Okay, so this is one of the houses right here. It says the shooting happened before 7 p.m. at a home on David Hill Road. Moore allegedly shot and killed his father, Glenn Moore, 67, Uncle Willie Gewins, 55, and brother Quentin Moore, 33. They apparently been shot in the head. So this is one of the first. Then he allegedly stole his brother's pickup truck and drove to a home off of Blake Road. This is the other home. And that's where he allegedly broke his house, tried to actually assault someone, and then he allegedly shot and killed a 7-year-old girl in the head. The sheriff said the girl was the suspect's second cousin. Her family identified her as Kayla Gewins. A total of 3 kids, along with the mom, were at the house, according to the statement. After the 7-year-old was murdered, a weapon was struck to the head of a small child in the house. And the sheriff added, however, the second child was not shot for some unknown reason. Investigators believe Derek Moore then drove to the home on Shalom Griffin Road, where investigators found the truck hidden behind the house, found the bodies of Barry Bradley, 63, and Samuel Bradley, 61. They had also apparently been shot in the head. Barry Bradley was the pastor of nearby Apostolic Church of the Lord, and Moore may have known him at least. Law enforcement captured Derek Moore at the intersection of Pine Grove Road and Joe Myers Road. He was in a vehicle allegedly stolen from Shalom Griffin house. Investigators don't know the motive at the moment. He's scheduled to have a preliminary hearing Monday, which we know he has pled not guilty. So far, there have been no other reports of injuries, and investigators believe this is just one shooter. I put it like this. This guy has not been on our radar. We have not had any reports, anything prior leading up to this. So what his state of mind was is going with him. This is part of the investigation right now. District Attorney Scott Collum also spoke Saturday press conference. You've heard the allegations. They're about as bad as it gets, Collum said. If he is eligible, we're going to go for the death penalty and let the jury decide his fate, which capital murder does carry a death penalty and whatnot. I think this is something we already watched, but let's see if it shows anything different.
Spring is on the way at Shoe Country Warehouse. Find style and comfort in Birkenstock and Dansko sandals. We have new arrivals in sneakers from Back 70, Bourne, and Victoria. Don't forget to check out our shoe and clothing clearance racks for excellent deals at 50 to 70% off. Shoe Country Warehouse is located at 930 Commonwealth Boulevard by Ashley Furniture in Tupelo. Visit us at shoecountrywarehouse.com.
I could have finished my coffee right now.
No, you're on this side. Balance it out.
Yeah, you can have 2 bald ears on one side. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sheriff Eddie Scott, and I'm joined here today by Scott Colon, Ms. Trina Brooks from our District Attorney's Office, along with some employees of the Sheriff's Office. Briefly want to talk about an incident that occurred last night here in Clay County on January the 9th. We want everybody to understand that this investigation is in the preliminary stages. It's ongoing, and investigators are working 4 separate crime scenes. So understand the information is going to be coming, but it has to be thoroughly investigated before we make releases. Today, I'm going to release you preliminary information, and please understand that some of this is subject to change as the investigation continues. But on January the 9th at 2026 at approximately 6:56 p.m., Clay County E911 received a call in regards to gunshot victims at 299 Blake Road in Cedar Bluff, which is going to be in the western part of Clay County. Deputies arrived on the scene at 7:03 p.m. The investigators revealed the following: that on January the 9th, Derek Moore, as you see here on the screen to my left, black male age 24, allegedly shot and killed Glenn Moore age 67, Willie Ed Gewins, 55, and Quentin Moore, 33, at a residence located at 123 David Hill, Cedar Bluff, Mississippi. Upon arrival, deputies discovered the gunshot wounds to the head. The men were pronounced deceased by Clay County Medical Examiner. Moore then allegedly stole a Ford F-150, aluminum in color, belonging to the deceased brother, Quentin Moore. It is believed that Erica Moore then traveled to 299 Blake Road, where we initially got the first 911 call. Once at that residence on Blake Road, Moore forced his way into the home and attempted to commit a sexual battery while armed with a handgun. At some point, Moore, in front of witnesses, allegedly shot and killed a 7-year-old female at the home. Upon arrival, deputies discovered the 7-year-old had suffered from an apparent gunshot wound to the head. The 7-year-old was pronounced deceased by Clay County Medical Examiner Alvin Carter. It is believed that Moore then fled to the residence on Blake Road in the stolen truck, and at some point traveling to 1965 Siloam Griffin Road in the western part of Clay County. During the investigations, Clay County investigators were directed to this Griffin Road residence by a 911 call. Upon arrival, investigators discovered the stolen truck hidden behind the house. While at the home, Clay County investigators discovered apparent forced entry to the rear of the residence. This led to the discovery of 2 deceased males. They were identified as Barry Bradley and Samuel Bradley from Columbus. Both men appeared to have suffered gunshot wounds to the head and were pronounced deceased at the scene by a Clay County Medical Examiner. At this point, law enforcement established a perimeter. Moore was later taken into custody without incident at the intersection of Pine Grove Road and Joe Myers Road in western Clay County. He was taken in custody by members of the Mississippi Highway Patrol, Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics, Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, the U.S. Park Service, U.S. Marshals, and other law enforcement agencies. Once in custody, investigators discovered that the vehicle Moore was operating had allegedly been stolen from the residence on Siloam Griffin Road, where the 2 males were discovered in the house. Moore is currently charged with first-degree murder. That charge will be upgraded here shortly to capital murder, with additional murder charges forthcoming with conjunction with the District Attorney's Office. Clay County investigators are coordinating with the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, the Mississippi Criminal Laboratory, and the Clay County Medical Officers and the District Attorney's Office. A preliminary hearing right now is scheduled for Monday, January the 12th, 2026 at the Clay County Court Complex. Again, that is subject to change. This safe apprehension of our suspect was only possible due to the assistance of our local, state, and federal partners who responded quickly to our community. I will say at this point, we do not know a motive for these acts. We are continuing to work with all our partners to complete a full and thorough investigation. Again, this is ongoing, and information subject to change. We're asking anybody out in the public that has any additional information to please contact the Sheriff's Office or the Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers with this. We want to say that we all lift our hearts in prayer for the victims and families. Again, this is really, really shaking our community. And for me, almost 30 years in this is one of the toughest ones we had to work. So again, our job right now is to thoroughly investigate, make sure that we get our District Attorney's Office everything that they need to prosecute. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our District Attorney, Mr. Scott Cologne.
Thank you, Sheriff. I want to reiterate what the Sheriff said. All of our hearts and prayers go out to the victims and the survivors of this really tragic, horrific spree of murders last night. There's no words that can console them, but just want to let them know they're in our hearts and our prayers, and that community is in our hearts and prayers. I do want to give a huge shout out to the Clay County Sheriff's Department and the different law enforcement agencies that assisted in the apprehension of this suspect and the investigation into his allegedly, at this point, horrific crimes. I have to tell you, when the sheriff briefed me about what had happened thus far last night, it really shook me, because this is the worst one I've seen in 10 years. It's the worst one. I mean, 6 people, innocent lives taken, just horrific. And as the sheriff said, these charges are going to be upgraded to capital murder. They're going to probably be more than one count, to be honest with you. And I do want to say this. I talked to Trina Davidson this morning, and she asked me, I didn't suggest it, she asked me, could she be the special prosecutor on this case? It worked very well, and it's working very well with the Oasis shooting. And we're really making great progress to going to trial on that case. And she did such an outstanding job on that with working with Investigator Knowles that this morning she asked me, could she be special prosecutor on this case no matter what judge gets it, because it was so personal to her. And I of course, agreed to let her do that. So she will be working with Investigator Knowles and the Clay County Sheriff's Department to lead this prosecution. And I will also say that, this is the type of case where the death penalty is going to have to be really looked at. I mean, and when I say that, there's certain legal processes that we have to go through. We have to continue the investigation. You have to go through mitigation experts. There's going to be mental evaluations done. But after all that's said and done, if he's eligible for the death penalty, the district attorney's office is going to go for the death penalty. You got to have some cases. Typically I would consult with the victims and, wait down the line. But there's some cases just that they've got to get the worst punishment. They've got to get the worst punishment. 6 people, one night, several different scenes. You've heard the allegations. They're about as bad as it gets. If he's eligible, we're going to go for the death penalty and let a jury decide his fate. So just want to again reiterate, thanks so much, Sheriff.
The fourth scene to be where we took the suspect in custody at. Again, it was what we believe to be the stolen car. Also, evidence and stuff recovered from the vehicle. So again, that was worked by MBI. So that's considered a crime scene.
And so was he caught at a roadblock, you said, or?
Yes, ma'am. It was a safety checkpoint. Again, law enforcement had set up the entire area out there. If you moved, you had to go through a safety checkpoint last night. And he came through one, and that's where he was taken into custody by some of our state and federal officials.
So do you believe this was a random shooting or was it targeted?
Again, we don't know. That's motive. We can't. I put it like this. This guy has not been on our radar. We had not had any reports, anything prior leading up to this. So what his state of mind was, what was going on with him, that's part of the investigation right now. So again, remember, this is really raw. We've been out all night processing crime scenes. Again, we got 4 different scenes. That takes time. It's intensive for my guys. The crime lab actually didn't finish up till this morning. So our guys are back in at it today, starting to go through the information. So when I tell y'all, this is just preliminary, that's exactly what it is right now. There is some stuff that could change. Hopefully we'll have more details. Personally, I don't know what kind of motive you could have to kill a 7-year-old. It's just none out there that you can explain to me why this would happen. But again, as I say, and it shook me pretty hard too. But right now, like I said, my focus is the resolve of solving this case for our victims and being there for these families and doing what we can to support them. So again, I asked our communities, our churches. I know that some of our local churches are getting together, some prayer groups. It's going to be lifting them up. So again, any other questions?
Do you know the relationships between the deceased and the suspect?
Well, I do at the first location, which is going to be on the, yes, right here. So, yep. So we do know that the Glenn Moore, I'm sorry. Yeah. So the Glenn Moore is going to be the father.
Okay.
The Willie Ed Gewins is going to be the uncle.
Yes.
And the Quentin Moore is going to be the brother to the suspect. So all 3 family members. I will say that the one on Blake Road is also a family member that he went to. Yes.
Okay. And what about the two Bradley?
We don't know on that one yet. We know he was a pastor out there at the church. But again, other than a pastor relationship, that's all we know of now. But again, this is still ongoing. So we hope to get some more information on that.
You talked about how this is one of the worst ones you guys have seen. Are you giving like mental health counseling and training to your guys over to the community?
Well, we will at some point. I mean, this is always available for us, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we are so zeroed in on working the case. You know, when everything's over and done with, yeah, we'll sit back and at that point in time. But we do make sure that it's available. It's tough. It's tough on us because all of us has got families. And when you look at this, you know, it breaks your heart. So again, that's part of my job is to make sure that my staff stays mentally and physically fit. But right now I'm so proud of them because, you know, they focused on what's got to be done. We're thinking about the victims of this, and we want to make sure that we dot the I's and cross the T's because any mistakes on our part can jeopardize what our district attorney's office does. And we take pride in what we do because it's my job to make sure that I serve the people to the best of my ability, and therefore I've got some of the best staff it is out there.
And what was the name of that church that the pastor
Apostolistic. Apostolic. It's the Apostolic Church. It used to be Apostolic Drive. I guess they changed that name something. But it's Apostolic Church on Siloam Griffin Road.
Sheriff, this is the second mass shooting in Clay County in less than 2 years. I know they're not related, but what do you say to, I guess, the community, the families, just knowing that, you know, this has happened, you know, in this community twice in the last 2 years?
Well, unfortunately, it's happened all over the country. And that's what we're seeing. And we're put in a position where we have to be reactive. You know, if we've got people on our radar that we can deal with on the front side, but when you got individuals that just show up and start shooting because they have disagreements or they don't like something for whatever reason, it's hard for law enforcement to stay ahead of that. And in this case right here, again, this is reactive for us in this situation because this guy went on our radar. I mean, this is family members that he went after and nobody has reported anything to us. So, you know, again, it can happen anywhere. The best thing we can do is just stay on our toes and get out here and promote, you know, this anti-gun violence. It's just too much of it going on. We're seeing it. Guns are readily accessible to anybody. That's the other thing, you know, we check and see where he got the weapons from. Were they his weapons? Did they belong to somebody else? Did he steal them? So it's questions like that we're digging in right now. And again, it just takes time because there's so many questions. And it just takes us time to focus in because when we get an answer, we want to make sure we've got the correct answer and the one answer that we can give our district attorney's office that can be used in this case.
You said plural. How many did you use?
We don't know. That's part we don't know. That's where the Mississippi Crime Lab comes in. They'll do ballistic testing and all that for us and get back to us. So again, we don't know that.
Does it appear to be more than one weapon?
Again, we don't know. Understand when the Mississippi Crime Lab comes in, they take control of the scene. They do the processing. Our guys is there to assist them. So right now we're waiting on preliminary information from the crime, but we don't know when that'll be.
Conversation should this tragedy force about violence prevention in communities here in Mississippi, in your cities and towns and across the U.S. really?
So what was the first part of the question?
What conversation should this tragedy force, you know, to prevent gun violence, really?
Well, again, it's a problem all across the country, you know, and everybody's trying to come up with a suitable answer for it. As of yet, nobody has. So I don't know, you know, again, a situation like this, you've got a family member that attacks his own family. So what the legal for? Whatever the reason is behind it, you know, we're hoping that we'll find out. Again, you got mental health, you got drugs, you've got all kind of stuff that contribute to an act of violence taking place. You know, and again, like you said, we've seen it here in our community several times. Again, we get put in a position where we're reactive. We want to be more proactive, getting out here, talking, hey, put the guns down. But again, you got to find out the reasoning, what's going on with the violence.
Going back to more the suspect, when do you guys plan on having a bond hearing or him before a hearing before a judge? Like, what's the next steps?
Well, as right now, we have what we call a preliminary hearing scheduled for this coming Monday at the Clay County Complex. We don't have a time set just yet. It's going to be depending on availability of our prosecutors and our judges. But right now, we're looking at Monday, which will give the investigators time to come together on all the charges, have these charges upgraded when we go in front of the judge for any type of potential bail here.
What do you tell people who may have heard this in Clay County and maybe still scared to just go outside, even though you guys have said that Mr. Moore is in custody? Like, what do you tell them?
Well, I mean, it's natural to have fear. I mean, when you get these type of reports of something happened, again, this is our smaller community over here in the area this happened is a lot of families out there. So when you hear something like this, fear is automatically what you're going to do because, again, we see it on the news all the time of violence happening all across our country. So I understand. We understand the fear. But, again, we just ask our citizens, when you have something like this going on, just let us deal with it. Let us deal with the problems.
Sheriff, beyond the 6 fatalities that you reported on today, were there any additional injuries or property damage reported?
No other injuries that's been reported. Again, this is ongoing. I can't tell you that we won't get a call in a few minutes, going somewhere else. But as of right now, just these 6 fatalities is what we've been made aware of. This is what we're investigating.
I understand everything's preliminary, but
Okay, so to give a rundown of what happened, this happened in West Point, Mississippi. This gentleman unalived 6 people, including a 7-year-old child. He unalived his brother, his uncle, and his father at one house. Went to another house, tried to SA someone at that house, and unalived a 7-year-old, and tried to unalive another child. But it's not clear whether he actually tried to pull the trigger or if the gun misfired or what happened there. But he did stick a gun to another child's head, a very small child. That was his cousin's house. And then he went to another house for a pastor and his brother and unalived them and stole their vehicle. This was a unrelated incident. He's behind bars, so they don't know exactly what the motivation behind this crazy mass shooting was. They don't know. Obviously, it just happened Friday. And then Monday, he pled not guilty, but he is facing capital murder charges. He is facing, so his charges are as follows. He pled not guilty to pleas to 11 charges, including capital murder, first-degree murder, attempted murder of a child, attempted sexual battery, burglary, and theft of a motor vehicle. So there's 11 charges. So there's multiple capital murder, first degree, attempted murder, sexual battery, burglary, theft of a motor vehicle. Some of those could be ×2, ×3, obviously. He went on a rampage. There's not sure exactly why this man did this or anything. It seems to be a family situation at this moment. So not exactly sure why, but they've got him behind bars. So that's a good thing, right? They caught him. So there's no active shooter running loose, no active murderer running loose. He is behind bars. But right now they don't know what his motivation was for killing his own father, his uncle, his brother. Went to his cousin's house, tried to SA someone. I'm not sure if it was the cousin or one of her children or what was going on there. He did unalive her 7-year-old daughter and tried to go after another child there to unalive them. Not sure exactly what happened. So that's the attempted murder charge on a child. And then he went to a pastor's house and unalived the pastor and the his brother. So I'm not exactly sure what they're not exactly sure until the story unfolds more, obviously. But it is very sad that I'm not exactly all sure of what happened with this situation. But to think that someone would do something like this is crazy as fuck. I hope and pray that whatever the situation is, whatever they decide to do in the future with this human being, that they are seeking the death penalty. Because in the state of Mississippi, the death penalty is still on the table. But here's the thing, they have to have a reason for the death penalty. It has to be like a capital murder charge. It has to be, there's different steps you have to take in order to go for the death penalty. So they are, however, on this going for it. So hopefully, with this situation, they figure out everything and it's just sad, man, to think that family and some of the family members are still praying for him, because they have such a good heart. Me, myself, and I wouldn't, I hate to sound cold hearted, but at that point when you killed a child and you killed your own father, and I don't know what the situation is, I'm thinking that this person was possibly doing something they ought not to and was fixing to face some kind of criminal charges, or there was some kind of disagreement, and they were like, well, guess what, I'm going to do this to everybody. Like, I'm just gonna take people out. I don't know what caused this situation to go down like it is, but it's very sad. And as the situation unfolds, if more information comes available, I will let y'all know. But it's fucking crazy as hell to me that someone would unalive their mother, their father, a 7-year-old child, and try to SA their own cousin, which means you got a sick mind to think that. If you're going over to your cousin's house to SA them, you're like, well, I'm going to prison, so I might as well do this. And then to unalive a small child. You know what I'm saying? Well, YouTube need to quit being so damn assholes to my fastest Eddie. Damn it. Stop messing with my fastest Eddie. Let him be fast as fuck, boy. You know what I'm saying? Stop being hateful. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Lady Luck. We've seen the same sort of kind of pattern before with people who are about to be exposed of some kind of crime. I think he was doing something in the family, whether it be trying to SA a child in the family, touch a child in the family, do something. And somebody was fisting to snitch on him. Somebody was fisting to tell. And this sounds like to me what that is. Now, if the cousin comes out with all the information and the rest of the family, that is to be determined. But yeah, they added wood chipper. That's crazy. He needs to be in the wood chipper to do that. I'm thinking that he had, because if he was trying to SA the cousin, right, and he went and unalived her child, I think it has something to do with he was trying to do something to that cousin, or had done something to that cousin when she was younger and she had came out with it in the family, and people were upset with him for whatever reason, and be like, you're gonna have to find somewhere else to live. Like, we can't deal with your shit. You got to go somewhere. I think when it all comes out in the wash, which obviously it has not unfolded yet, they've not released it to the public. When this goes to trial is when we're going to find out all the information, right? I think that something was supposed to come out, because why would you all of a sudden unalive your uncle, your dad, your brother, then try to go SA your own cousin and unalive her child and try to unalive the other one, and then go take out a pastor and his brother? So in order for somebody to do some shit like that, it usually sounds like somebody in the family was supposed to turn him in for some kind of crime, and he went on a killing spree. That's what it sounds like to me. He's just going to take everybody out. You get what I'm saying? And there is something that happened there, obviously, that has not come to light, but it will eventually. So hopefully, as that story progresses, I'll be able to keep up with it, and hopefully they'll, make it known. Sometimes they don't in these small town situations. Hopefully that when that trial does go, we'll be able to watch it and keep up with it, and shit like that. But hey, sis Lo, I love you and ain't nothing you can do about it. But for somebody unalive a 7-year-old, there ain't no, I like, here's the thing. Adults, unaliving adults is one thing, especially your own family. But to do that to a child, you know what I'm saying? Well, they're going to do mental evaluations, so that's a good thing. They're going to do a mental evaluation on him. It's real sad that that many people in the family got unalived at one time. Could you imagine what that family's going through? They lost dad. I'm betting that the cousin is the uncle's daughter, and so she lost her father, her 7-year-old child, her uncle, her other cousin. You know what I'm saying? Her cousin tried to SA her and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And tried to unalive her other child. I mean, could you imagine that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think your cousin's like that. They've never done anything like that before. And then all of a sudden, because this guy didn't have a criminal record. He was never on their radar. He just fucking went off the deep end. You know what I'm saying? Unalived his father, his brother, his uncle, tried to essay his cousin, killed her daughter, 7-year-old child, and tried to unalive another child in the home, which I'm guessing is younger than the 7-year-old. And then goes and unalives the pastor and his brother. Could you imagine, like, never thinking your family member would do some shit like that, and then all of a sudden they snap like that? I mean, there had to have been. I was hoping to find like an interview with the family members, because there has to be something else going on in that family. There has to be, you know, like signs of something, either him being possibly a mental health, something's going on, and the family knew about it, or he could be that creepy uncle that nobody wanted around the kids. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There's something. I mean, of course, nobody saw him unaliving that many people and doing that, but I'm saying, like, something's going on more to the story than what we even know. I'm not sure if the family will come out and say anything, but I know that there's more to that story than what meets the eye, because people who are willing to do something like that usually do show red flags of some kind. Doing something they ought not to. But hopefully when that story progresses more, we'll be able to find out more, and I'll be able to share it with y'all and we can talk about it. But that's sick as fuck. And I'm praying for that family, because I know that right now they're going through it. They lost so many people in one night. You know what I'm saying? In one night. That's just super sad. But I've got my redirect set up. Okay. We have a person, I don't know if y'all know them. They're called Matthew as Silly as Fuck. They're cool as fuck person. I'm going to redirect for them. It may be your first time ever seeing them on stream, but they do many different topics. Pretty cool person. I'm going to redirect y'all over there. Also, we have, just saying for those who are looking at who's live right now, Miss Angela from MobTube is live. I know that for sure. And let me see, just trying to make sure that I'm not missing anybody or whatnot. Let me go over here to see. We've got Just Krista, Pretty Eyes Team, Miss Mo, Pastor J. Wilson, the surprise Witness, Court TV, The Truth Enterprises, Destined to Recover, Simply Sophie, Ben Zone, Keen Mafia, PDX Paranormal is live right now. She's cool as fuck. If I'd have known, I'd have redirected her, but I already set it up for Mr. Matthew. Sin City Raps, George, Kendall K All Day, Lee Boga Bega, and Ernaretta Mel, and Seaval Madam O is also live. I was just letting y'all all know who is live. I just want y'all to know I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here today. Sit in your seats. You'll get teleported somewhere real cool. I just want to tell y'all I love y'all with all my heart and soul. And I'll see y'all later. Make sure you wash your ass, wash your face, preferably not with the same rag. And we don't want you walking around here with ass face. I love y'all. Bye.
I'm from the T-U-B-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the T-U-B-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go from the T-U-B-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the T-U-B-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800. Making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be staying round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about around 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue apartments from OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, car blue, a big Anthony Hughes and Pee.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm breaking my